Welcome to Decade of Horror, the 1970s.
I plan on catching him or killing him. Excuse me, gentlemen, I only get a cigar.
This is episode 259, reviewing The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 1974, recorded January 18th, 2025.
Gruesome Magazine.
All right. I'm your host, Doc Rodden, and this podcast is about horror films released between 1970 and 1979. Each episode, my co-host and I will tackle another classic or not so classic film from this wondrous, groovy, gory, and influential decade. Joining me this week, I'm missing like words. Joining me this week is my co-host, Dave Dreher. Dave, how are you doing, sir? We are so happy to have you.
Yeah.
You got it wrong, Doc. He said 2025. It's 2026. This is actually the 50th.
Did I do that again? I did.
Yeah.
And I got the wrong day. It's actually the 16th, not the 18th. But you know.
But anyway, point being, it's actually the 50th anniversary of this fine film.
Oh, yes, wow. It is. Holy cow. Yeah, that's the second time I've done that. Did 2025 instead of 2026. And you would think by the middle of the month, I'd have that. All right. Oh. Also joining us tonight is writer, director, special effects guru, all-around nice guy, and published author.
Ooh, and of course, ROM is still available, but just arrived yesterday is from Raconteur Press. Look at that beautiful cover.
Wow.
Nice. Pin-up noir. This is some cool stuff. I have a short story in there called The Last Hook, which is pro wrestling noir.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to start my own genre.
All right. Well,
is that you on the cover there?
Yes, this is me on the cover. A little Photoshop help, but, just,
Sweet.
Take the beard away.
Yeah.
I wish I looked like that.
Also joining us is Chad Hunt, comic book artist, co-host of Decades of Horror Classic Era and the 80s, and a writer, producer, director of his own right. I keep wreak havoc.
Just name the stuff I don't do. Yeah.
All right. What don't you do? What don't you do, sir?
I don't know. Well, I guess that point is moot.
No, he's the Chad of all trades.
Yeah.
All right. We want to take a little moment here to.
That's what my mom calls me.
Help us out and hit the like and follow button, subscribe, and join us here each week. And of course, every click helps us find more horror fans just like you. So thank you very, very much. We also want to bring you to attention that we are partnering with Play Now Media, and they have a variety of free sites that you can watch horror films, but they also have a subscribed version where you can get it without commercials and some premium content that's not available to the freebies. 70s is on Wicked Horror TV channel, so check that out, and all the other channels from Play Now Media. All right, are you guys ready to get into this? You want to jump in? Let's just jump in.
Yep.
All right. We are doing The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1976. The director is Charles B. Pierce. The writer is Earl E. Smith. The cast includes Ben Johnson, Andrew Prine, Don Wells, Jimmy Clem, Jim. What is that name?
Citty?
Citty?
I hope so.
Citty with two T's? All right. Charles B. Pierce, Cindy Butler, and Earl E. Smith. Production company is American International Pictures, AIP, you probably know that, and Charles B. Pierce Film Productions. Filming locations is Texarkana, Texas, USA. The release date was December 24th, 1976, and the budget was estimated $400,000 double dollars. That's fun. The box office was $12 million.
That's a good return on investment.
Movie rankings.
Very nice.
4 to 5 million from the wiki. So I guess the 12 million probably is either worldwide or includes probably rentals, right? So It's also known as terror. I'm not sure, I'm not going to pronounce it, but that's
Don't
the
hurt
Spain
yourself.
name. Der Embleger from Germany. I also mispronounced that. Why does Jeff must have put these in here.
Yeah.
Kumpanki Pelenvalassa from Finland, also mispronounced. But hey, if I didn't mispronounce it, what would this?
I don't know
be?
that Jeff pronounces them right, but he mispronounces it with conviction.
He does. I do.
Yes.
I'm much more sloppy.
It's
All
all
right.
a spam.
He's got us fooled. Got me fooled. Synopsis: the story of a berserk hooded killer who terrorized the border town of Texarkana, Arkansas. I thought it was in Texas. In 1946, leaving no fewer than 5 murder victims in his wake. He was never caught, based on one of America's most baffling murder cases. So I am geographically challenged. Is Texarkana, Arkansas, and Texarkana,
I'm guessing it's a little bit of
Texas, kind of like
It's like right. It's right on the border.
there's so
Literally is
two
on the
sides
border.
at the same time, kind of like Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia.
Exactly.
Shows you what I know and where I'm at. All right, there you go. Let's dive into this. What we first do is share our first impressions when we saw this first, and if you want to get into if it holds up today, that would be cool too. Dave, sir, this was your pick, yes?
It wasn't my first pick, but
yes, it wasn't your first pick.
dang
Okay, so
good pick.
before you get into this, you probably are wondering. We mentioned Towering Inferno on our last episode that we were going to do it. Lo and behold, January 1st, it was gone. It was gone right off of the streaming.
Couldn't find it in a streaming service.
And a
to
puff
save
of
your life.
smoke.
Yep. So he scrambled, and Dave picked this one. And sir, tell us, when did you first see this? What was your first impression?
I actually remember going to see this. I can't remember if it was the theater or the drive-in, but it was one of the two. But I remember going to see this back in when I first originally came out, and it scared the living shit out of me. It was intriguing to me because it was the same director who had done The Legend of Boggy Creek, which had also scared the living shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So when they started showing the trailers for it before other movies, it was the same narrator guy that did the Boggy Creek, that deep voice, and so I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And probably one of my earliest exposures to a flat out kind of slasher style film.
Yeah.
Because Halloween and those didn't come out until later in the 70s. So for its time, it was pretty ballsy, really. I still love it to this day. I rewatched it last night just to refresh my memory. I've probably seen this thing 24 times in the course of my life. And there's a really, really good remake out there too. If you want to, it's not, it's one of those meta ones. It's not really a remake. It's kind of like a revisit.
Is it they call it Lego sequels? Is it a Lego sequel?
Like a Lego sequel. It's like the granddaughter of one of the original victims goes back to town to find out what happened to grandma, and the killings start again. And but it's really good. I think it's also on Tubi where we watch this, so you get a chance to check it out. But anyway, and of course, the thing that stuck with everybody, I was 15 years old when I went and seen this in the movie theater with a bunch of buddies, and everybody talking about the trombone killing.
The trombone.
Right? The first time, to anyone's knowledge at the time, that a musical instrument had been used to impale anyone. So that was the talk of the town at the time. But yeah, I mean, it's a kind of a goofy little movie. There's kind of like some slapstick humor in there, some Dukes of Hazzard type stuff, with the goofy banjo music, and the same car sliding sideways about 400 times in the movie. Every time they turn a corner, it's the same damn car sliding sideways. But I guess Mr. Pierce did what he had to do to tell his tale. But there's some generally terrifying stuff. The stuff in the rainstorm when the sheriff's chasing the guy through the rain, and that type of stuff, and just the way the guy, how he breathes and he sucks the bag in and out of his mouth. It's just like it's creepy. Some creepy stuff in there. There really truly is.
Yep.
So I'm hoping you guys liked it. It sounded like I heard a couple of you saying it's the first time you'd seen it. So I'm kind of curious to see what you thought.
All right. Well, Chad Hunt, you're up next. When did you first see this? What was your first take, and does it hold up today?
I've seen it quite a few times. I can't remember when the first time was, but it's one that I'll always watch if it's on while I'm if I'm watching horror movies and I come by it, I watch it. Uh, I remember as a kid though, being scared of the commercial. I would see the trailer for it come on TV and I would just be scared because they were saying based on a true story. And I was like, no, 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 that doesn't exist. That's not real. It's not real. So after 2 or 3 nights of no sleep as a kid, I finally decided to watch it. And it wasn't anything like I thought it would be. There's a little more comedy in there, like Dave was saying. And just the music, it just seemed like the most inappropriate music at times where you got somebody crawling along the ground, they're bleeding from everywhere, and this music's going or whatever in the background. There's happy music going on. But I saw this movie after I'd seen Friday the 13th and all that, so everybody's like, he's just a Jason clone, and I'm like, well, he came first, actually. This guy came along first, and or it got to film first. But the way he moved sometimes and the way he did some of his killings and stuff, it was a pretty damn good precursor to Jason Voorhees, So it's one I enjoy. I enjoy this movie. I think it's funny when it's funny. It's not just groaning funny. It's funny when it's funny, and it's scary when it's scary. And then you got a great villain, and you've got Ben Thompson, Andrew Prine in there this time. Don Wells,
Johnson, not Thompson. Johnson.
Johnson. Okay, that's right. So you've got all them in there. They're great. And I love this movie. I've always liked it.
Excellent. Bill Mulligan, sir. When did you first see this? What was your first take? And
just a couple days ago. This is one of those ones that just sort of slipped by me. Although I've always loved the poster. So I gotta say about Pierce, he was a good marketing guy because both the poster for this movie and Legend of Boggy Creek are fantastic and have a wonderful color palette that just makes them stand out. It's an odd little film. It's almost semi-documentary, but it's not. But it has that feel to it. It's oddly paced, as Pierce's films tend to be, The Evictors being another one. But like Chad said, the humor actually was kind of funny. The funniest character being played by Pierce himself, a real goofball. But yeah, tonally, it's kind of all over the place. And that shouldn't work, but it kind of does because it leaves you a little unsettled. Like you don't know where this movie's going, or whether are we going to have some funny ha-ha stuff with the guy dressed up as a lady and his partners like hitting on him, joking, getting him all stressed out, or are we going to see, Marianne from Gilligan's Island being horribly mistreated? Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. Boy, but this one, I can taste the 70s on it.
Oh my God, yes.
I felt like I was watching this at a drive-in, and it fit in perfectly with that style. So yeah, this was a real nostalgia trick, and great cast, good cast of people whose names I may not know on sight, but they fit like a comfortable shoe. Looked like they had a good time making it.
Yeah, there might be some gum on that shoe too. So.
Yeah.
This was the first time I'd seen it. I was well aware of it, and I have seen the I think it's 2012 or something like that, the remake, the Lego sequel, whatever it is. Enjoyed that quite a bit, and I found this incredibly fascinating, as well as entertaining. It taste the 70s is a great way to put it, Bill. This is like Southern baked 70s films, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this Squirm, maybe you can count Smokey and the Bandit in that, and some of the other Burt Reynolds films he did. They're always down the bayou. It just felt Southern and felt it just really caught the local color of everything, and the cast and the accents and the town, and the fact that I guess it was easier to do 30 years prior than. Well, I guess it's easy to do 30 years prior now. It always fascinates me that they can, it's in the 70s, but they're actually talking about the 40s, right? So it was like 30 years. Yeah, my math's right.
Yeah.
So not only did he, he's telling a tale, he's also telling one that was, 3 decades in the past. So I thought you can see the blueprint. Oh man, the blueprint for the slasher. There's a little bit of, just about all the slashers kind of tucked in here. Most significantly is Jason Voorhees from Friday 13 Part 2, and we'll talk more about that later. But it is, I really enjoyed this, and this is like a really good film to watch at a drive-in. It feels like a drive-in movie, and it might even be like the top bill of a drive-in movie, not some of the Z ones that we watch every once in a while, right? Like the Andy Milligan ones. So this was a good pick, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, Dave.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Did
you notice how many times there was a shadow of a fan swirling on the behind them?
No,
every
I
other
didn't.
shot there was always a fan, a shadow of a ceiling fan swirling in the background.
Oh
constantly.
wow!
Yeah,
I was waiting for them to put it like while they were in the car. It's like every time they were inside, there was the swirling ceiling fan. It's like, they got the use out of that prop.
Yeah.
Did they ever do any night scenes? Did we have the old lights from the dashboard that are like?
I think we had day for night.
Going to burn their eyeballs off. Those always are crazy. All right. Well, we do a little thing here after we share our first impressions.
Very little thing.
Called Taglines with Chad. Yeah. We're going to do it twice. All right, Chad. Go ahead.
All right. The taglines for Santa Claus is coming to town. I mean, the town that dreaded sundown. Not everyone who comes to this lover's lane has the same thing on their mind.
Huh?
Yeah.
Where's that applause, ladies and gentlemen? Where's that applause? Tagline number 2. A true story. Thank you. Accepting the award for a true story is number 3. A true tale of Texarkana terror. Settle down. In 1946, this man killed 5 people. Today, he still lurks the streets of Texarkana, Arkansas. I'm Robert
Thank you. And somebody in our booth is having a lot of fun, but that is Taglines with Chad.
Chad's our hero, cool and rad. With him reading taglines, they can't be that bad.
All right, there we go. And now I got to scroll all the way back up here to get to this thing. Boink. All right. Let's get into some of these wonderful graphics provided by the wonderful Bill Mulligan.
And some additional from Doc.
Isn't that wonderful? All right, the poster.
See, that's a great. So this kind of reminds me of Boggy Creek. He was partial to orange, which is a color that doesn't get used a lot. It's got a great font. I mean, it's also a good title, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That's almost poetic. And this is some scary stuff. Now I gotta say, the first time I saw it, I thought this was going to be like a movie about the Klan.
Ooh,
that's what I thought. Upstate New York.
Never thought of that, but I can see why you would. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that scared me too.
It's creepy.
Well, it's the one you see everywhere. I mean, it's on all the releases, and it's very effective. I think
Yeah,
they
you
even,
know, the giant evil person looking down on the town. That's been good since Faust. You know, that's
yeah, because when we did it here, there's a close up of it. And look how good
it's even
their work is,
scarier.
right?
Yeah, it's
Right.
well done, well painted.
And here is this is probably the one they put in the
Newspapers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that screams drive-in movie
doesn't it?
Mhm.
right there. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you found this one, which is, of course, one that's made as a fan
Yeah.
art, and
Yeah.
it's signed by Don
Signed
Wells
by Don Wells.
and
Is there
Sean.
more? Maybe.
What's the name up above?
Sean, SEAN.
Looks like it says Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be the artist. I'm going to say he's the artist. I don't know who the artist is of this.
I'm saying he's the guy who probably had Dawn sign this, and then he put his own name there so he could pretend like they're a couple.
Oh my, that would be.
He forgot the plus sign. That's all.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Little hearts.
Yeah. I mean, there's a great artwork for Don Wells there on the left.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably so happy not to sign another Mary Ann picture.
Oh, I bet.
For sure.
All right. Well, here's a director who also played Sparkplug,
Sparky.
which is a nickname for Patrolman A.C. Benson, somehow, who is comic relief and
He was pretty funny.
and works.
and all, you know, whenever I watch these movies that are set in this time period, I just think to myself, boy, this was the golden age of being a serial killer. You know, no one even knew DNA existed. If they didn't actually catch you in the act, you probably got away with it. And I got to figure an awful lot of the small town police were basically Sparky Plug here. I mean,
You think?
Poor Sparkplug.
Yep.
Oh man, he was a weatherman, and he was the host of a children's cartoon show.
Oh, I could see that.
In Shreveport, Louisiana. That's hilarious.
Did you say he was a leather man?
Weatherman.
Okay. I was going to say, no wonder you went over it like and just kept going.
Yeah. I've seen all of his movies, I guess. I like The Norseman. That's the one with Lee Majors.
With Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's it.
It's
And
I
they-
like
Yeah,
all the
that's
posters too.
Victor's.
The posters are all great.
Yeah.
He really, all of his posters are really top notch. The Norseman, I remember The Norseman was famous for like the opening scene when these guys are, it's about a bunch of Norsemen who land in North America and fight Indians. So great premise. But there's a plane like in the distance going across the sky, and it's like, wow.
Close,
Oh, well.
close but no cigar. Oh man! And I remember being so excited to see the Evictors because it had Vic Morrow and Michael Parks and Jessica Harper. But it feels very much like this movie, but doesn't have this.
But not good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do it one day, but yeah, I remember Boggy Creek. We did that one, and that, oh gosh, that movie is
That poster still scares me.
Yeah, if you grew up in the 70s and saw that film, it scarred you in a good way. Right?
I tell you, that image still haunts my nightmares. One of the things I plan on doing when I retire is indulge my love for primitive camping. And I just want to say to all the folks out there, if any of you dress up like that, and I stick my head out of my homemade tent and see you loping toward me with that, I am going to bear spray you in the face and decapitate you with my tactical shovel. And no jury on earth is going to convict me.
Oh,
I've been
man.
warned.
Or a monkey with a scalpel. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So-
Yeah, and now they got that movie Primate, and Shauna's like wanting me to go see it because she knows it's going to freak me out.
It might. It just might.
Ugh.
The writer also is a cast member in the film. He plays a doctor, and he wrote this film, The Legend of Boggy Creek, something called The Shadow of Shikara, and then this little-known film in 1983 called Sudden Impact.
Whoa, Dirty Harry.
How did he do that?
Shadow of Shikara is
Kind
actually
of awesome.
I think it's like a horror western or something. Also with a good cast. These movies get surprisingly good casts sometimes.
Yes. Oh, and he directed that too. It had Joe Don Baker, Sandra Locke, Ted Neely, Dennis Wimple. We've talked about him before. John Davis Chandler. We've talked about him before. Slim Pickens. Holy cow.
Slim Pickens.
Slim Pickens. All right, let's move on to the cast, and we're going to start off with Ben Johnson. I love this shot of him. This is when he came off the train, right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's just like a good kind of gives you when you look at this picture, you know what this character is going to be like, right?
Yeah.
You know the voice instantly. You look at the picture, you hear the voice.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way he looks, the head tilt, the manner, the body language just speaks volumes.
He's going to be chasing those hazard boys till they get what's coming.
That's true. That's true. He's done a few horror films.
He's done a couple of great ones.
Tell
Well, he
us
did
about
Night of Joe Young, which is one of my all-time favorites. And oh my God, there it is again, the swarm. How many times must this nightmare show itself before we just...
We've got to break down and do it. We got to break down and do it.
Hey, he kind of specialized in B-rolls.
You've never done the swarm?
We've never done this.
No. People keep requesting it too because they hate
How can you have never done the swarm?
It's not my mind. I've always championed that movie. I wanted to do that movie. But no, nobody else wants to do it.
Chad did try to pick it one time.
He did.
But it got overruled.
I got blown off the floor by a bunch of sack racers.
I just watched it. Like a month and a half ago.
Did you really?
You lose a bet?
We are going to have to. Well, let's do it. Let's do it before summer. Let's do it this spring.
Okay. All right.
But maybe we'll do it as the first film when Jeff gets
when Jeff comes back. Bring up. We'll inflict the swarm. So look, he also did. I guess he specialized in B movies because it's the Swarm and the Savage Bees.
Yeah, when he got as he grew older, it was a little harder to get roles, I suppose.
And he's in Red Dawn. I'm trying to remember. Was he the corrupt, town official who turned on everybody, or was he the father or grandfather of one of the kids? I can't remember.
I don't know.
He'd be great. He's great in that movie. Whatever he was good.
Yeah.
I love Red Dawn.
He did do a lot of Westerns, and we need to say some for Jeff. Right. I'm going to go. Well, he was in 3 episodes of Have Gun Would Travel. If we didn't mention that, Jeff would surely spike our teeth. Hang 'em High, The Wild Bunch, Chisholm, 3 episodes of Gunsmoke.
First season of Saddle Sores.
Yep.
The last picture show. Oh gosh, he was The Getaway. What is The Getaway? That sound Train Robbers. Dillinger. Right. He was in Sugarland Express. That's a
good one.
Captain Tanner, yeah. Bite the Bullet. I'm not naming all of them. Breakheart Passes. Yeah, the Savage Bees, the Swarm, and the Savage Bees. Oh, you mentioned that, and I didn't really get the.
They had leftover bees, so they decided to make a movie.
What was Soggy Bottom USA? That sounds familiar.
Soggy Bottom Boys from Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
No,
sounds like a comedy.
Yeah, it does sound. But look at that guy. If you had to have a Southern sheriff, why would you not hire him?
No kidding.
I mean,
he just has it. Yeah, and he passed away in 1996 at the age of 77. But yeah, I remember his face. Just he seemed to be all over the place.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I don't know if I could pick him out in Mighty Joe Young. What character does he play there?
He would have been really young there.
If I'm not wrong, I think he was like one of the leads.
Really?
I think he was the hero. He was like a cowboy. I mean,
I'll have to go back and watch it again. One of the ranch hands or something.
Yeah, he is second build.
Yeah.
Terry Moore, Ben Johnson,
I
Robert
think he's the
Armstrong.
one. I think he's the one who ends up marrying Terry Moore and living with her and Joe in Africa. I unreservedly love that movie. That is
It
good.
is good. It is good.
We haven't done that yet.
Oh, we will
On-
then.
We
On
haven't.
classic.
We
Not a
haven't.
classic,
done it?
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we're making a list, bud.
Just don't be surprised if I choke up a little when I talk about it, because that
Mm.
movie gets me right in the feels and for all kinds of reasons.
Yep. Alongside of Mr. Johnson is Andrew Prine, who is another character actor, sometimes lead, that you would recognize from films in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's in some. Look at that. We did The Evil, right?
We did Evil.
Yeah.
And we did Grizzly. We haven't done Hannah or Simon. So
Queen of the Vampires or King of the Witches.
yeah, look at that. But he was King of the Witches, but he was not Queen of the Vampires.
No, he wasn't. He's got range, but not that much range.
Yeah.
And then he's in Lords of Salem, because I imagine that Rob Zombie, like us, watched a lot of movies with him in it. And that's one of the nice things if you're a horror movie fan who gets the opportunity to actually make movies, you can cast some of the people that gave you so much enjoyment when you were growing up and becoming a horror fan.
Yeah. And we lost him a couple of years ago, 2022, at the age of 86. But he was in 186 pictures and movies. That's amazing.
Wow. That's a lot.
I knew he did a lot of work, but I didn't realize it was that much work. Started in 1955 with Hell and Back. He was an episode of One Step Beyond. Of course, the films that we have on there, Evil, Grizzly, and we mentioned the other. He was in an episode of Thriller. Have Gun Will Travel. There you go, Jeff. Ben Casey. Gunsmoke. Everybody was in Gunsmoke at one point or another. If you were an actor in the 60s, you were in Gunsmoke.
Boy, do I love that poster for Grizzly. That's Neil Adams. That is just the best poster ever.
It's insanely good. Of course, he did Ironside and The Virginian, and even did Love American Style. Oh my gosh,
who didn't?
That's true too.
Well, they had to have like 3 stories an episode, so
it was in a TV movie called Along Came a Spider, which I don't think is anything like a horror film. But he was in it.
It's more of a character study on man's inhumanity to man.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It probably is. Probably is. Crypt of the Living Dead. Why was he in that? Terror Circus. Terror Circus. Oh my gosh. He was in the Wonder Woman movie. And who, Chad, starred in the Wonder Woman movie?
I know.
The original one?
Yes.
Kathy
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah. Oh, come on. 2 out of 3.
You got it. You got it. Come on.
Kathy Lee. Crosby.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. I didn't think you were going to get it there for a second.
I'm so amazing sometimes. I'm shocked myself.
Yeah, I love that. Boy, that's what, if you were a comic book fan, that's the kind of thing you had to suffer through. This crappy TV movie where they have the scene where she's talking to the villain and describes her invisible plane. But do we get to see it? No. Well, of course, even if we did, we couldn't see it. It's invisible.
It's invisible.
The point is, it was invisible off screen, which is just cheating.
He was in an episode of Kolchak the Night Stalker, if you guys remember.
Mm-hmm.
What was
the episode was Demon and Lace. Yeah, Demon and Lace.
I had Kathy Lee Crosby in it, didn't it? Where she was.
It might have. Were they an item? I don't know.
Maybe.
He was, of course, if you were in the late 70s, you were in Bionic Woman or $6 Million Man and all kinds of stuff. I'm just looking. Amityville 2, The Possession. Why'd you leave that off? Oh my gosh. He was in V.
Have you ever seen it?
Amityville 2: The Possession. Yeah, it's actually a fairly decent one, don't you think? Or
I'll reserve judgment.
all right, well, we're gonna pick
if
that
we
one
ever do it on the
in
80s.
yeah. He was in two episodes of Freddy's Nightmares. If anybody remember watching that.
Some of them.
Star Trek: The Next Generation. He played Administrator Suna. I have no idea who that is, but maybe somebody out there.
I bet he was an alien with a strange bridge thing on his nose.
He was in Deep Space Nine as Legate Turl.
Had a different thing on his nose.
Yes.
Legate Turl, you get back in this house right now.
Oh my gosh. He was in Dukes of Hazzard, but it was the movie that they made in 2005. My. And who was in that? Who was in that one? Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott.
Oh yeah.
That explains Jessica Simpson. That explains a lot. Yep. Explains a lot. But I liked him.
He was good in this.
He grounded it, right? Because he took it seriously. He knew the role. There was no tongue in the cheek. I think every once in a while, Mr. Johnson had his tongue in the cheek.
Yeah.
Sometimes he was in on the joke, but I don't think Andrew Prine was. Oh man.
Yeah, he was likable, and the cops are not complete idiots in this movie. Sparky's a little, but they have an unenviable task. It's not easy to catch a crazy serial killer because the number one arsenal that every law enforcement officer has, is that usually people who murder someone, they have a reason to do it. So you find out who didn't like this person, who benefited from their death, and that will usually narrow it down. But when you're crazy and you're just killing people because they were home, that doesn't really give anyone anything to deal with. There's no suspect because there's no reason for them to do it.
And they didn't really create the term serial killer until the 70s, right? Or into the 80s?
That sounds right. I don't know who the first person they called a serial killer was. There was that show Mindhunters, I think.
Mindhunters, yeah. It was about the guy that coined the phrase. Oh, great. Another famous face in this is Dawn Wells. And Bill, who is Dawn Wells? I'm not really sure. Who is Dawn Wells?
Marianne.
Note to sarcasm.
She was just cute as a button. Did not do very many movies though.
No.
Or, I don't know if she just got typecast as Marianne or went on to other things. So it's sort of surprising that she made this because this is definitely casting against what we normally think of her as. She was fine in it.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like she could have made more if she wanted to. I can't. Who would turn down Marianne?
She screamed real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, great scream.
She did.
Much better than everybody else.
I preferred her over Ginger.
Everyone does. You have to be. You have to be a shallow fool not to. It's like.
Well, I never said I wasn't that, but I just preferred her.
I mean, it's like Betty and Veronica. All things being equal, I mean, Veronica is very pretty, but she's awful. She's stuck up and everything, and Betty is just throwing herself at Archie, and Archie's an idiot. So,
yeah. She was the girl next door.
Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm. She did do 2 episodes of Bonanza, like I said, everybody did. She also did Return to Boggy Creek the next year. So I guess she
liked working with Pierce. Maybe they were friends.
Maybe she's a Texan.
Maybe she's an Architexan.
Yeah. And then of course
Texarkana.
All those really bad 70s and early 80s Gilligan's Island movies. You remember that?
Yeah.
The Castaways on Gilligan's Island. Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There was a cartoon called Gilligan's Planet.
Yes. Yes, there was.
That. Oh man. There was a show called Herman's Head.
Herman's
Head. I remember that one.
Herman's Head. I remember hearing of that.
That was one of the early Fox shows, I believe.
Ah, okay.
She was in that.
Just one episode. Just one episode.
Oh, okay.
William Ragsdale and Henry Azara.
Yeah, that was
Is it? I
one
guess
of the early Fox shows.
Hank Azara. Hank Azara, not Henry. Hank. I don't know where the name Henry came from. Well, isn't. No, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right. Oh, man. Well, we kind of buried the lead here earlier, but yes, if you thought you recognized this figure, the Phantom as they call him, well, he inspired the look of Jason Voorhees. The first time we got Jason Voorhees actually as the killer in Friday 13th Part 2 when he had the potato sack on his head, which isn't terribly different than this. And to avoid comparison, they only had one eye in it. I'm sure that was by chance, not by on purpose, but this looks like a Joker card, doesn't it? I'm looking at it, but you really can't see it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think when Chad saw the preview, he didn't realize it was Jason. It was upside down.
Yeah, I did. Not the just. Well, I don't know what's going on here.
All right. The next graphic is very interesting. So this is based on a true story, the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. Tell us about this, Bill.
Well, I mean, it is pretty much as they showed there. There was a guy who was shooting people in Lover's Lane. He also attacked the home. Now, as with all these things, like since they never caught him, and we're dealing with pretty primitive forensics back then, they're not 100% sure if all the murders really were connected. People, it's a bad time. People were getting shot, and was it the same person? Were there some imitators? It's just like we don't really know who exactly were killed by Jack the Ripper. There was a whole bunch that could have been, but whether they all were or whether it was just a few and then others took his place, don't know. But he wasn't caught, although there are a bunch of pretty good suspects. Alarming number of suspects. More suspects than could actually be true because there could only be one killer, but there were plenty of sketchy people who, if they weren't the killer, probably should have been in jail anyway. And there's a pretty strong case to be made for some guy who there was the reasons to suspect him, and they managed to. They couldn't stick the murders on him, but they put him away for 25 years because he was just a career criminal. And the murders apparently stopped. Although, again, that's another one of those things to say. And then the murders stopped. It's like, listen, there is no time in our history that all murders have stopped. But I guess any murder that would have fit the MO of this guy probably stopped. But he could well be walking the streets of Texarkana to this very day, probably with a walker.
Well, yeah, he would be. The guy you're talking about died in 1994 at the age of 77. So he would.
So he'd be what? The guy would be.
He'd be 107.
Like 107 years old.
Listen.
I think yes.
If you're 107 years old, I think you should be allowed to kill people, because if they get caught by you at 107, they're really not trying.
It'd be like the guy in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, exactly like Grandpa in Texas Chainsaw.
Oh my gosh! And we mentioned the scene that impacted. Was it you, Chad, that impacted you guys in school? The shot of, or was it you, Bill, or Dave, rather, that said about the trombone?
Oh, the trombone shot. Yeah. That was the talk of the school the next day. Yes. That was everything else was kind of pretty much standard stuff, but that was pretty
inventive for its time. Yeah, right? It definitely
seem like the most dangerous of instruments.
He just liked it because he could go.
Yeah, and then after you kill him, you go womp womp womp.
He couldn't make any noise though, because the bag over his lips, he wasn't able to get enough air.
Yeah,
so it didn't really make any sound. Yeah, kind of made like a fart sound.
That was very frustrating to him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm okay. I will say that when they did close up of his eyes in the mask, they were the guy that played him had the scariest eyes.
Yeah.
And maybe it was a mask. True hatred, you said?
Yeah, there was like hatred in his eyes. Yeah,
Yes.
like madness.
And that's the thing. We really have no motivation, which is the scariest kind of killer. Because again, why are serial killers so scary? You can tell yourself, look, I don't have any enemies. Nobody wants me dead. You know, I don't have enough insurance to make my wife take the risk. But, you know, a serial killer doesn't care. You just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time when the wrong person is crossing the street or whatever. These people were just, you know, minding their own beeswax and just happen to be at the time when the killer is prowling around. That's scary. It's the randomness, the capriciousness of fate.
Well, the person that played him was Bud Davis, who was a stuntman, stunt coordinator, and occasionally an actor. Did what, like stunts for just about everything, didn't he? I feel like I know his name as a stunt person, right?
Oh, see, now we're going to get a letter from Jerry Chandler. It's like, I cannot believe that you guys did not know the name of, and I've already forgotten it, but Bud
Davis.
Bud Davis, yes.
Yeah.
He and Jeff will gang up on us that he was probably in a bunch of westerns. He was famous for being able to fall under a horse.
No, he's a younger one. He's a younger one. He didn't start until 74. So he was only a couple years into it at this point. But he was a stunt. He did the stunts for Captain America 2. Did that too soon? You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, the TV, the Red Brown.
Yeah, the TV movie, yes. And Superstition.
Wow.
That's an interesting film. Have you done Superstition on the 80s?
Don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
He did the stunts for FX.
I like
Brian.
Yeah. Manhunter.
Oh, we did Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
King Kong Lives. Have you guys done King Kong Lives?
No,
Oh my gosh.
Not that much intestinal fortitude.
Move
on that one.
Boy, now the Swarm is looking better and better.
the Seventh Sign, The Blob, Hero and the Terror. You remember that?
Chuck Norris.
That's kind of a horror film, right? Because isn't it like a...
It's the unstoppable guy, or indestructible man they made, or whatever.
It's one of the worst titles for a movie ever. It's like they were just spitballing stuff, and it was like Hero and the Terror. Okay.
Tango and
Cash.
Cash.
A placeholder. Tango and Cash.
Nothing But Trouble. Oh no.
I gotta watch that again. I love that movie, man.
Really?
Nothing But Trouble.
Nothing But Trouble. Yeah.
Who's
There's
in that?
just some Dan Aykroyd.
Oh yeah.
Demi Moore. I think it's Demi Moore.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Hang on, I'll tell you. Yeah, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, and Demi Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I bet people were yelling at each other.
Yeah, I bet Chevy Chase was being his usual delightful self on set.
I bet. He also did stunts in Hook and a whole bunch of others. We won't keep going, but let's look at some of these other photos you have in here for us.
I just wanted to make a comment about what he did with that character.
Yes,
it sort of reminded me of Kane Hodder's way of doing Jason with the breath. You know, Kane Hodder would always sit there and huff like he was out of breath, and this guy was doing the same thing, trying to bring some character into that. And so I thought that was an interesting point.
Yeah, I like the shot when they were in the diner and it showed the shoes, and it was obviously his shoes. Like nobody else had those shoes. Nobody. But here's a couple. What are these called, Bill?
Lobby cards.
Lobby cards. Thank you. And I thought these were so interesting.
They don't have these anymore. And
I know. And they used to be like when you would go to a theater, they'd be like on the outside wall, but underneath, where you bought the ticket at the front, right? And they would just have all these pictures on either side, and it was
usually on a stand.
Yeah.
On the wall. Yeah. The ballyhoo has just disappeared. I remember walking down 42nd Street, walking through the grindhouses, And these really marginal movies that didn't have much of a budget still put a lot of really good stuff into their marketing. They would have, the big cardboard cutouts, stand-ups, and lots of lobby cards. I mean, they were trying to sell something, and I don't know, all that's disappeared. I'm not sure that would bring Hollywood back from the brink, but it's worth a shot.
Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. It is kind of frightening how
physical, just the physical media part of it, for whatever reason, it certainly attracted me.
Yeah, I wish there was more. We need a William Castle kind of person, or an early Roger Corman, to come in here and do, something. I mean, the closest thing we've got to it, I think, over the past couple of years might have been Megan, the first one, and that was just sheer dumb luck with the dancing. Everybody took to the dancing in the trailer. And they just got away with it, and they started doing all these things. I remember they did some stuff with Sudeko from The Ring, like she would be out there pitching a baseball. I think she did in Japan. So, but yeah, they need to do more stuff like that. And I guess that's costly too. I guess everything costs so much you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Any of the last comments about our film, The Town That Dreaded Sundown?
I thought it was a great little movie. I'm glad Dave picked it. I hadn't seen it in a while, so
gave me the kick in the pants I needed to watch it.
Yeah,
give you a reason.
That's right.
I'll watch it again someday.
Yeah, and it worked surprisingly well, considering by its very nature, it doesn't have it doesn't have an ending that we're happy with. Just things go on. Usually we're used to a resolution, but we don't get one, really.
That's true.
He's still out there today.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, they had to leave it on that.
He's got a limp, but
yeah.
I'm a little surprised they didn't do a sequel, considering, especially with, again, how much they made for how much they spent.
Right.
You imagine how many mothers and wine aunts got together and were going, he's still on the loose.
Yeah. Lock your door, Martha.
Yeah. The movie said he's still out there somewhere.
I'm sure every oddball in town had all the old biddies guessing that he was probably secretly the killer.
Yes. I would be interested in watching this and Friday the 13th Part 2 back to back. Just to see how it feels.
That'd be interesting.
Especially if they have Friday the 13th Part 2, if they manage to get all the deleted effect shots and everything put back in.
Have we done Friday the 13th Part 2 on 80s?
I don't know.
I think we have, but I don't know. If we haven't, it's been a while.
Yeah, if we haven't, we need to.
If we have, it's been a while.
Because we need to hear more about these deleted FX scenes, but not here, because this isn't the part. But anyway, that's it
Cheap
for
plug. Cheap plug for the 80s.
Cheap plug. Go watch the 80s. There's like 300 episodes. All right, with that, we are wrapping up our review of The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1976. We encourage you to go watch it and leave some feedback for us. You could do it at feedback@gruesomemagazine.com. If you want to send us an email, you can leave a comment down here on YouTube or on the website or on Facebook, or even if you catch us on Instagram, you can do it there. And we'd love to hear from you. And having said that, we do have some feedback tonight, and we encourage you to stick around and listen to that. But before we do, I want to invite you to check out our Patreon. And of course, it's patreon.com/Gruesome Magazine. What else would it be? And you can catch these episodes about 2 weeks ahead of time. Maybe sometimes earlier, sometimes a little later. Depends on how good we are with our scheduled dates. But not only that, you also get, now this is you also get, I was going to say it's a different podcast, but no, it's this podcast. We have exclusive content just for the Patreon. We did all of Kolchak the Night Stalker from the 70s, all 20 episodes. And we are currently in the process of doing Night Gallery. And we've done the first season so far. And here in a few, about 6 weeks or so, we're going to be picking up with the second season. So now's the time to get on there just for just a little bit of greenback, and you can catch all that content. Tons of content.
For cheaper than your coffee.
Yeah, every month. All right, let's do some feedback. We have what have we got? 2, 3. We got 3, 4, 3.
What? Are you sure?
Only 3.
I see 2.
You can count 2, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the one at the bottom? The one from Wes. We got Wes.
No,
there's nothing there. Oh, that's a signature.
It's empty.
Okay.
He put that there because I think Jeff requested how to pronounce his last name. So I think that's him.
Okay.
So the L is silent. Well.
All right. Well, these are on the film Hand That Feeds the Dead, which we did just a couple episodes back. Bill. No, I'm going to let you. Do you want to do the long one or you want to do the short one?
I'll do the long one.
Okay. Chad. Why don't you read the one from Gregory Crosby? Although you always like to do Gregory Crosby, don't you?
Jeff likes me to do Greg.
There you go.
Okay, Gregory Crosby, 3325 says, in some parallel universe, Klaus Kinski pops the clutch and says, "Eat my dust," is the tagline for the greatest Eurosleaze exploitation film of the 1970s.
I love it. That would be, well, there was an Eat My Dust, but
tells the world.
If it had Klaus Kinski in it, it would be an entirely different movie.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And a second we have from Wes DiOrio.
Wes DiOrio says, "Hey, Grue-Crew, thanks for taking one for the team by watching this film based on your review. I will skip this one. 2 things I'd like to comment on. 1, thanks to Bill for naming the genre Eurosleaze. I'd never heard the before, so not sure if that was his creation. Not at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure Severin has released some DVDs, the Eurosleaze collection. That is the perfect phrase to define and categorize a type of movie that, like a Venn diagram, have some overlapping similarities, but a lot of differences. Personally, I like this genre when it's good, but when it's bad, there's still something I find interesting. Maybe it's the 70s era film stock, or that they look and feel artsy and intelligent in a way that American cinema of the same era doesn't. Don't misunderstand me. 70s American grindhouse is the ultimate, but Eurosleaze scratches a different itch, even if it's also the cause of the itching. Yeah.
Nice.
Second, I'd like to offer a little clarity on the title translation. Much like English, or probably most languages, Italian has weird grammar issues that don't make sense. La morta is singular for the dead, so normally le morte would be plural, the deads. However, la morta means death, so it should be the hand that feeds death. This is one of the translations you discuss and decide that it made more sense since nobody was feeding dead people. You were right. Looking forward to the next episode. Whether it's a good or bad movie, this podcast is always fun and informative. Well, thank you, Wes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I love our feedback. We have such
we got the best fans.
Yes. Yes, we do. All right. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Gregory. We appreciate it very much. Next episode is my pick. And I have chosen to do you all wrong. We are finally, we've talked about this film. I've talked about it longer than we've ever wanted to mention it.
Oh, God.
We're doing Arnold from the early 70s. It has...
it's about that pig, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But Roddy McDowell's in it, and Stella Stevens, and a few others. A lot of cast members that we've talked about.
It's like
before.
a Love Boat episode.
And
already.
It's kind of a horror comedy / silly movie. And it's going to be yeah, we're going to be watching something entirely different. You guys are going to hate me, but I remember this film. I saw it, and it has always stuck with me. It's one of those silly films where you get an eyeball out of a painting looking really weird. It's one of those kind of silly films. So have fun.
Where can we watch this movie?
The only copy I found was on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good sign.
Yep. Yes, it is. But it is on their official YouTube. It's one of the ones that you can watch with ads. So like Excalibur that we're going to be doing soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a palate cleanser for when we do Excalibur.
No, we're doing it in the other way. So
Cleansing it with what?
Excalibur is going to be the
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I want to thank Chad and Bill for joining me, and Dave filling in the incredibly big shoes. You're doing extraordinarily well, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Like it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Really like me.
With that, let's say good night.
Say yeah.
Good night.
Everybody.
Gruesome Magazine.